it wasn't necessarily maybe the modern, someone that was modern and their conversion story as much it was about the saints and their conversion stories and their conviction of the Catholic faith.
Really, if you will dive deep into the history and you study more, I mean, you will really know the truth.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a stereotype in a lot of ways, right? That
Mm,
Protestants begin reading church fathers and then they're like, this is very Catholic. I think there's a reason why so many, I was just at a conference actually in Steubenville at Scott Hahn's organization.
wow.
And it was with the
Oh,
Coming Home, it was with the Coming Home Network. It was the first conference I think of its kind that we know of Protestant clergy who have or are converting to Catholicism. And so you sit down with these other former Protestant pastors and you ask them, what tradition were you? When did you like what happened in your conversion story?
mm,
And so many of them were like, well, I started reading the church fathers. And then we all laugh because it's like we all know what happens next. You read the church fathers and then you're like, oh
yeah,
shoot,
yeah.
this is nothing like my Baptist church. This is nothing like my non-denominational church. What, bishops, priests, and deacons? We don't have bishops, priests, and deacons. I mean,
Right.
this is, or like you read this is where he says this is the body of, like this is the real presence of Christ. And there's consensus throughout the church fathers, and so it's these types of things that yeah, where we read these things and we just come to a place where we say, okay, the early church is not the Protestant church. If you want to argue that it's not the Catholic church, that's one thing, but you can't argue that it's the Baptist church or the evangelical church or the Anglican church or anything like that.